advisory services to farmers using digital tools or digital technologies. Okay, so that is the our project where we are using ICTs for the advisory services to the farmers in the project area. So this session for 1 hour, I will be presenting the what we are doing at different projects and what is the concept of our digital platform, how this will be helping to the farmers, and what would be the our plans for the upscaling in the country with the existing systems like department structure and author structure. Okay, this is the how I am going to present here uh, my presentation. Okay, so what I am saying, digital platform. So nowadays, uh, the ICTs, particularly the digital advisory services, are coming uh, very quickly because of the reach we can envisage in the dissemination services. Okay, so even today now, actually, because of COVID, many people, many extension persons, they could not visit the farmers. So the alternative approaches to find either mass media or using the ICT technologies. Okay, so this is the digital technology which can reach to the maximum number of farmers. So our digital platform, which was evolved during the one of the project we and GIZ jointly implemented in 3 states under one project called CCKNIA, Climate Change Knowledge Network in Indian Agriculture. So during that time, a digital platform was proposed to develop for the services to the farmers on the advisory on the different issues. So during that project, we came with this nice platform, that nice a name given to the digital platform. NICE means Network for Information and Climate Exchange. Okay, this is the abbreviation we used from the project itself, CCKNIA. So basically to provide the advisory services to the farmers on the weather, soil and crop related issues at right time and right place. Okay. So this is the main objective of the project. The project is basically, as I explained, it's a bilateral project between the German and Indian government. Okay, so GAZ maybe some of the people you maybe know that the GAZ is doing a lot of work in the country on the various subjects. So one of the area is the soil health improvement program. Okay, that is ProSoil project, which more majorly focus on the soil health improvement in the field. Okay, so of course there is the two core areas GIZ works in this project. One is developing the land level activities to improve soil health, and second one is the providing the appropriate messages on right time using the digital platform. So main resource is to provide the digital advisory services to the farmers using the local institutions of the state. So our partnerships comes in that area. So other local and land-based activities are taken up by the NGO of particular of that particular village or district. Associate partner to lead the project in the digital advisory services, and also face Balaghat and Banda, which comes under the JNKVV. So the university scientists from JNKV and KVKs of both the districts were involved. So like that, in Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, three state agriculture universities area, the project locations are selected. So MPKV comes under two districts, Dhule and Ahmednagar, and Parbhani, one district in Parbhani, Jalna. Then PDKV Akola, two districts, Amaravati and Yavatmal. So these three university scientists and the KVK scientists, then Atari help. Okay, so manage NGO partner, all these people will comes under the project. So, so this is how we involve the local institutions under this project. And next stage is to, so one objective is the developing the network with the local institutions. The second one is to develop their capacities to use the digital platform and provide the advisory services to the farmers, and regular advisory services to be generated by the local institutions using the digital platform. Okay, so this is how do we set our objectives to perform in this project. Uh, so we did long back, couple of years already complete in this project, and now this project is going very well. Okay. So a lot of measures we took. First, we started discussing with the universities, Ds and BCs, and entering into MOU. Uh, okay, and slowly they themselves nominated some of the scientists for this project. Okay, so we have get nomination from the each university, at least a couple of scientists and KVK scientists also. So far we have a network of 87 scientists from the all four universities we have developed, and we also developed their knowledge on the using the district platform by providing the capacity building programs at their institution and at managed level and TOTs. Okay. So now actually everyone knows these digital platforms, digital platform, and they could able to disseminate the advisory services to the farmers. So generally, there are two types of advisories we can say. One is routine, that is every uh, time. So as per the cropping season, so then stage of the crop, what kind of advice to be disseminated. So that is regular advice to be given based on the IMD weather report, local conditions and crop conditions. Okay. The second one is the whatever the problems arises during the cultivation cultivation by the farmers. So that also be this advised properly by the scientists to the farmer. So these two different types of advisory services are provided in this using this tool. And our role also comes in coordination with the project partners and experts to develop and validate the location and time-sensitive appropriate technologies and practices on the climate change adaptation, and also the crop-related issues. And timely and quality content around soil fertility management in agriculture sector is to be created and disseminated to farmer. Okay, so our role is to not only develop the capacity of the various scientists, and we have to also closely monitor with the advisory process going on, and using the digital platform by the scientific community of the local institutions. And not only the scientific community, the other end, the NGO partner is also working at the field level. So our role is to also develop their capacity building to utilize the digital content coming from the local institutions to the farmers. So there is a person called CRP, Cluster Resource Person, or Field Agent. So these people are engaged by the NGO, and they are placed at the village level. For two villages, one CRP at least will be there, so that this CRP will be a human link between the farmers and the digital content which is coming from the universities level. Okay, so that is not entirely, but this person sees that the advisory shall be disseminated further to the farmer effective way. So this role taken up by the cluster resource persons. Okay, so the most of the things they will be doing with the digital platform, NICE technology, the NICE platform in the advisory process. So this is the project locations. In Maharashtra, as I said, 5 districts covered, and the local NGO partners, water, and then BIF. BIF looks after 2 districts, Amaravati and Yavatmal, water, Ahmednagar, Jalna, and Dhule. And we are around 128 villages, 180 villages now, and covering a little around, this is old slide, maybe around 20,000 farmers in both the states. In Madhya Pradesh, 15,000 hectares covered in this project area, and in the Mandla and Balaghat, and local NGO supported by the FES. So here also number of villages added later now. And you can see these locations are very needed to the regional university. PDKV comes here, then Parmani, then MPKV Rahuri. So here, say JNKV is attached to these 2 districts. So these are 4 universities are partnered with the MainH and GIZ for working with the dissemination services using the digital technologies. So that is what we are presently doing. So this was started in years we completed with this project, 2.5 years. In between last year, we also received some request from the NABARD where they are also implementing a similar project with the help of a German bank called KfW. This project is also related to soil health, and it's being implemented in 5 states: Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Chhattisgarh, and Odisha. And so many farmers covered in these 5 states, around 49,000 farmers. And similar work we did for 2 seasons fully. Of course, these 2 seasons because that project phase is almost 1 year when we took this uh, implementation of the digital services in the KFW project. So we got only 2 seasons for implementing in this project. So we took local support where it is possible. US Dharwad from the Karnataka, then OEAT, Chhattisgarh, then IGKV, so OEAT in Odisha, IGKV in Chhattisgarh, and APAU, BJTSAU, like that. And total 56 NGOs partnered in this KFW Soil project. And one more project also we were implemented in 2 states, that is also for the 2 seasons and similar lines. CCA RI project, that is climate change adaptation in Indian agriculture. We had chance to work with the TNAU in 5 districts and in Telangana 3 districts, like that. Okay. So overall, we tried this project in many places in the country for testing. Okay. So now that is the background about the project, how it was, where we are doing the project. The technology, when you see the how this digital platform is looks like and how it will be helpful to the farmers. Okay. So I'm just going to present in these following slides about the technology about of the digital platform. So as I said, it's a nice platform named Network for Information and Climate Exchange. So it's a web-based platform. It is accessible to anyone using their browser and hosted at managed web server at STPI. Okay, and this platform was developed and the plot and the software was developed. That is, the digital platform was developed using open source technologies. Okay, so here actually open source technologies means, I think maybe some people may be aware of that one. So these open source software tools which are available freely on the internet, and anyone having some knowledge about the developing the applications, they can use those open source platform. And further, I think someone speaking about the expansion. Please mute your mic. Okay. Okay. So Jasab, कुछ message आ रहा, please take up that messages. So this web-based open source platforms are freely available softwares, tools, which can be used to develop and customize the software as per our needs. Okay. So this nice platform also we developed based on the open source code available in the on the internet. Okay. So why we choose this kind of open source platforms? Because deploying the software further with any other institutional requirement, it is very easy. Okay. There is no license fee, license charges is required, and deployment will be very easy. Anyone can easily maintain the software at their level. Okay. So that
Participants, please mute your mic. Participants, please mute your mic. Please mute your mic. Guji Sahib, you continue.
Yeah.
You continue.
Yeah, okay. So the NICE system allows to develop the content in different communication channels. Okay. So as I said, it's a many digital platforms presently working in the country. Country uses standard way of communicating the advisory using the SMS. Okay. So that everyone knows SMS alerts for the farmers. Okay. So this platform also uses SMS apart from other communication methods. So why SMS is to everyone? So many people, many farmers, they have normal phones, and SMS can be disseminated to maximum number of farmers. That is one advantage. And it is very quick also. Okay, many people they aware they how to read the SMS. Okay, and SMS has certain disadvantage also. Okay, you cannot type more than 160 characters in English, or in local language. If you want to use Hindi, it is only 65 characters. Okay, so we cannot build the content in big size. Of course, in smartphones you can use the SMS in a big format, but in normal phone you can't. Even if you create the content more than 160 characters or 65 characters, that is going to be 223 SMS kind of thing. Okay. So other any disturbances? Okay. So in our digital platform, we have incorporated other communication things like we can also disseminate audio SMS. Okay, that is voice SMS also can be created and disseminated to the farmers. And we can also create the video URLs links, and we can also create a poster like what you create a poster in your demonstrations. Okay, it's called one page poster, and anything bigger than one page, that means from 5 to 10 pages you want to disseminate more than that. You can also disseminate the PDF formats, PDF documents to the farmer. Okay, so the content is 5 types in our platform you can create. That is SMS, voice SMS, video URLs, posters, then documents. Okay, so these 5 types of contents can be created and disseminated to the farmers and also CRPs. The communication method like posters, then PDF documents, which requires the mobile app to receive. Okay, so whenever the question of mobile apps to receive, then the farmer should have smartphone. Okay, so I will tell you that what we are using mobile apps also. So in our application, the poster concept is one of the unique feature in this platform. So generally, we can create the posters to explain in details about the particular problem to the farmers. Okay. So the same concept we inbuilt into this digital platform to develop the posters, like one-page poster, where you can put small image of the particular problem, then describe the problem, then also advise the farmers to what to do, what to not to do in the same page. Okay. So this postal concept got very well response from the farmers and the CRPs all they are helping to take the posters, print it in a big size and post it on the village meeting halls. So that is one advantage of the posters of the our tool, that is digital platform. And based on the successful use of the posters in other project, that is KFW soil project of NABARD, we have developed the major crops of that state. That is, for example, we did for the Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. We identified 7 major crops which grows at least 80% of the uh, crops by the farmers, and we have developed the posters and showing to harvesting on all these 7 crops. Okay, so it has nicely came as a small booklet. Message to the farmers. The other side, we have to also address the farmers' query related to the day-to-day situation in the field. Okay, so where the farmer can upload their query using their mobile apps. Okay, so that will land into the subject matter expert to resolve the query. So this is called two-way communication. That is one way we can send the advisory content to the farmer. The other way the expert can receive the content, that is query from the farmer, to provide the suggestions or advisory back to the farmer. Okay, this is how we build the concept, entire concept of the NICE tool. Okay, and the farmers registered maximum from the project area, and they will receive whenever the advice come through SMS, they will receive immediately on their mobile phones. And also CRPs, they are having the tablets which we call as a NICE toolkit. Not only tablet, the NICE toolkit is comprising of the tablet PC, one Pico projector, then small Bluetooth printer and speakers, small set of speakers. So all these 4 equipment are combined into one set of unit. Of course, GIZ provide to the all the CRPs funding from the project. So these tools, tablet PC and Pico projectors, they are using for the further disseminating advice to the farmers. Okay, so in case they want show film link which is coming from the software, they can present to the farmer and they can show the posters in a large scale. So like that, whatever the further dissemination is required at the village level, so they will be doing with the help of this NICE toolkit. Okay, so that is the one additional advantage we have provided at the field level to the NGO partner. Then the content has one beautiful feature inbuilt. Here actually, generally we can see content can be created and disseminated immediately. Okay, so in many applications we have seen that. So content creating, then disseminating whatever database we have, that mobile numbers, so they will receive that advice. But here we have built one feature called validation. Okay, that is someone is creating the content, the next level person will be validating the content. before disseminating to the farmer. Okay, so this is like a check between the content creation and dissemination, so that to ensure that the quality content will be disseminated always to the farmer. Okay, so we will be playing this kind of these roles. I will explain later slide, because conceptually it will be very easy to say, but while implementing there will be some kind of difficulties also we can face. Okay, so content creation, validation, dissemination. This is how this will be happening in the NICE platform. And as an administrator, we can see the entire content generation process because of the model structure of the NICE digital platform. Okay, so we can see the complete the performance details, then content aggregation, then expert validation, then translation in case anything is required, then dissemination, then expert advice on the queries. So all these things we can closely monitor by the administrators. Of course, the effective query response system will and provides the near real-time advisory to farmers using this digital platform. So there is we are trying to develop the more and more features on this digital platform. Okay, so how this, when farmer raises a query, so where this query should be landing and how that expert will know. So all these things we are inbuilt into the system. Okay. So as I explained, the type of content, so you can see all 5 types of content is available here. So SMS, then voice SMS, then video URLs, okay, then one-page poster, then document, okay. So all these 5 types of content can be created and disseminated. Then content development process also important. So in our project, we have set some kind of norms. Apart from the NGO partner, GIZ is also places one consultant for the state, and Manage is also provided one consultant for the university. So these people will be local situation and the feedback from the farmers, NGOs. The content will be created by one and validated by the other one. Then after validation, that content will be disseminated to the farmers and CRPs. So this is how the content development process is placed. And there is a weather model available in the digital platform. The IMD Agromet 7 days forecasting module plugin into this platform. So if you are developing one content for the particular block, you can see what is the 7-day forecast for that particular block. And any alerts given by the IMD also can be seen on the system. So that while creating the content, the other parameters also can be taken into consideration, which are available and plugged into the system. Okay. So not only that, we also have some other features while creating the content. I will explain that time. This is the one-page poster. So you can see nicely presented with different elements on the one page. Okay, so title and tabular form you can use, that is weather forecasting, some crops, images you can play, and you can write something to advise to the farmer. So everything what you can create a nice poster to the benefit of the farmer on particular situation, you can develop using this system. Okay? Or you can also develop offline using some kind of word or image tools, and you can integrate with the content generation system of the tool. Okay. So this screen shows of the software showing about the all type of content options. For selecting this content, you can start working with that content. Okay. So this is our web-based application URL https://nice.ssm.org. Okay. So anyone can see this screen. That is a login screen will come when you open this nice.ssm.org, and a small dashboard beneath this login window shows the type of content disseminating to the process of the dissemination services at different states. Okay. So this platform allows only the registered users. Okay. It's not anyone can use the system. It is strictly user-based application. We assign roles, so those who are having, they can enter into the system and perform their role as per the settings of the person. Okay. So user registration. What I'm saying is that roles. So what are the roles we can see in this digital platform? Okay. So generally here actually we have provided some 6 different roles here, apart from the admin control. Content creator, content manager, content disseminator, subject matter expert, language translators, and field agents. Okay. Of course, now we have combined some roles like content disseminator into the same thing. Then language translate also we have closed now because the plugin available for creating the local language content. And field agent and farmer, these are also other roles. Field agent also can log in and upload the farmer data. And each role has the specific job. The content creator only creates the content and leaves for the validation to the content validators. Okay. The content validator may be the content manager. Okay. Then once validated, that will be disseminated. The subject matter expert only receives the farmer's queries and resolves the farmer queries. Then field agent has role to receive the farmer's data to be entered to the system. Okay. So you can see the content creator registration parameters. So here actually we have some kind of, it's a global platform, you can say, this digital platform can be used by the many institutions from single server. Okay, provided they have good capabilities and speed, etc. So now this is for the JNKV University. Now project is profile, then username, and other parameters like education quality, mobile number, and district, state, etc. Then his domains are very important. So when he create the content or he takes the queries, based on this domain expertise only, he can able to receive. And the access level also we have fixed. A person registered with the district level access, he can only work for that district, not beyond that. Okay. So some kind of you can say restriction to the users based on their role and location. Okay,
Okay.
so that this platform cannot be misused by anyone for the generic purpose advices. Okay. So this screen shows the other user types like call agent, then field agent, of course, translator approval, then visitors, guest logins, moderator, trainer. Okay, we are also providing as and when we get a request to add some users. So we are also adding that user roles into the system. Then other important area is the farmer profiles. Okay. So without farmer profiles, we develop the content and disseminate. It is a generic content going to every farmer. Okay. So we don't know who is the farmer, what type of crops grown in their field, but we are creating the content and we are disseminating. Okay. But this digital platform does not allow that kind of situation. And this requires a lot of data of the farmers. Okay? So farmer profile is one of the important element in this digital platform. So basic land details, soil data, then each plot detail may be having in 2, 3 survey numbers and the crops grown in each plot. Okay? So everything, every minute information is required for the benefit of developing the content which is required as per his need, this farmer's need. Okay, so the content that is farmer profiles to be uploaded by the local NGO using either tab or digital nice platform. Okay, or they can create a one Excel template and send it to us. We will upload the same to the nice platform. Okay. So this is how we can also generate the farmers profiles in the system. Okay. So farmer profiles. Like this. Okay. So farmer registration completes, then it's ready to develop the content for dissemination. Okay. So some of the master data items are generated by ourselves. Particularly these are all, of course, these are all related to the software requirements of the digital platform. One of the important thing in this is the digital, banned items. Okay, so there is banned pesticides or other any items which also we can compile in this master data, so that any scientist who is creating the advice to the farmers and listing the banned item in that advice, the system will give the alert to the content creator. Okay, so that will help the content creator in this to avoid suggesting the banned items. Okay. Then content creation. So content creation is also, we can create content for very minutely to the need of the farmer. Okay. So you can go up to state level or district level, okay, or village level. Okay. So this you can create the content for a state or district or village level or block level. Okay, any level you can choose and you can create. And the content also can be created based on the crop calendar. Particular stage may be running this week. You can create the content for that particular crop of particular stage. Okay, so this requires the season planning, that is Kharif season or Rabi season planning, and the crop calendar to be incorporated into the digital system. Okay, so based on that, you can able to create the content to the up to stage level of the crop of this current season. Okay, so the farmers, those who satisfy this type of requirement, they only receive the content by the expert. Okay, so these are all parameters we can use. So these are all district, block, and village. Okay. Then irrigation type, soil types, then commodity of crop, and variety, then sub-variety, then stage of the crop. Okay. So all these things you can select. And you can also check the how many farmers will receive this type of content. Okay. So get dissemination count will give the number of farmers are satisfied in your database. These farmers will be receiving this content. Okay. And you can also see here banned items list will be enabled there. Then some of the tool tip comes here, which is saying that the type of content you are creating, which is already available in this system. Okay. So you would like to use the same content, you can see that content, you can use it. Okay. So this is some kind of help to the content creator is also placed in this system. Okay. So these are all same to the either you create SMS or poster and any other type of content you are creating. Okay. Even weather data also you can see here. Okay. So once the content created and saved, so that means content is created, but it is not ready for the dissemination straight away. So here the content manager or content validator comes into the picture. So content manager will be taking up this content created thing, and he will validate the content. That is, he will go through the content. In case he want to revise the content, you can revise or you can approve the content. You can delete the content also. Okay. So the higher authority like validation will help to scrutinize the content before disseminating the same content to the farmer. Okay. So once validation, that is approval, comes from the content manager, then this content is ready for the dissemination. Okay. Of course, this is same thing foster in the digital tool. And all this content is available. You can see the content created, approved, then disseminated. So all these things you can see the state, what is the stage of the each content developed by the different scientists. Then video URLs also similar thing. So you can also see the number of videos available. These are all videos links only we collected from different sources, and for the benefit of the farmer, disseminated to the farmer using this digital tool. Weather data. The weather data is also just like any other application of nowadays providing 7 days forecasting. You select the state, district, and block, you will get the updated weather forecasting on this same platform. So this is one type of helpful feature we built into the digital platform. Okay. So not only this, now we also integrated WhatsApp. Now this the latest release which is coming up, we can disseminate directly to the WhatsApp groups of the farmer. Okay. I think many number of farmers or CRPs, they are using nowadays WhatsApp groups. So straight away we can send this content to the WhatsApp groups. Now we also adding one more thing into the system, the AI tool, which predicts the automatic content generation. Of course, this takes a lot of time. So recently we just got approval to develop the the AI tool and integrate with this nice system. So this will take the existing data, that is existing content created for particular crop, particular season, particular stage. Then based on that, the AI tool will analyze for the next situation and automatically that will pick up the content. Okay, this is in the process of developing the norms, modalities for the content development. It may take at least 1 year down the line to integrate this AI tool. Contingency plans is one more option available in this platform. So generally, we know only district level contingency plans available, but our ProSoil project for all the 7 districts, we have developed the block level contingency plans. The idea is that to provide the contingency plans to CRPs to take some measures during that particular situation arises. So these contingency plans also available in the mobile app. Okay. Farmers queries uploading. Okay. So there is a mobile app available. Nice mobile app. So using that mobile app with a smartphone or tablet, you can capture the photos and you can upload to the concerned university or expert. Okay. So based on the domain name, organization name or domain name, so that will land into particular university. And of course, now the geolocation is also added into the thing. So automatically it should select and send to the particular university. And this problem is identified as agronomy or some other domain. So automatically that particular domain scientist will receive the query. Okay. So expert group, the subject matter expert identified as a agronomy scientist, then the agronomy queries should go there and report to the agronomy subject matter expert. Okay. These are all in the way of SMS alerts we are sending to the concerned scientists whenever it is required an alert system to remember the query is landed, some validation process is waiting for you. So like that, it will remind the expert to take up the call from this system. And once query is resolved, that will be goes back to the farmers in the form of SMS and also to the mobile app as a digital content. Okay. So up to that stage, the operational of the digital content, and this screen shows the reporting module, which required by the administrators or content managers. Okay. So we can take the number of reports based on our requirements to see the how content is generating across the different villages, different scientist group, different knowledge domains. Okay, in state-wise, any other parameters you can use to get the reports from the platform. Okay, so the web-based application is supported by two mobile apps. Nice Plus. These two are Android-based application, Android-based mobile apps. So one is we have given to the cluster resource person of the village. And second one is to any stakeholder. Okay. This is very simple mobile app having 6 options in the mobile app. Farmers can enter the data, you can see the data, you can modify the data. Then you can see the entire content received to his district, block or village. Then you can see the contingency plans available for his block. You can raise the query. You can see the weather forecast of that particular block and the activity report of the CRP. Only 6 options is required. What are the minimum functionality you have placed for that person? Okay. And the second mobile app is to everyone So let's say farmer would like to see his profile, he want to update his profile, he can use mobile number as a login name and get one-time password and he can use. Okay. Then he can see his profile, you can update his profile, you can see the content, you can see the weather forecasted data, you can see the contingency plans. Okay. So all the content what the CRP person sees, you can also see. And let's say validator, this content expert group from validator can log in and validate the content. Then subject matter expert, you can resolve the queries. Admin can see the content disseminated to the various domains and districts, etc. Okay. So based on the user role, the functionality of the mobile app also changes for the need of the user. Now we are combining these two applications into one single application and releasing as a mobile app which works for the everyone. Okay. So this is about the digital platform, and we tried with the some project areas, its implementation, and we have very good network with the university scientists and KVK scientists. Totally 85 scientists designated, that is nominated by the university to involve in this implementation. And we have 2 more years to go. And these 2 more years, we are focusing on the upscaling further beyond our project area. So presently, we tried enough implementing this project in almost 4 different situations, different projects, different states, and this been working very well. And now the time has come to upscale to the all across the state in the Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so now we had a talk with the GIZ managed and starting with the 2 universities, MPKV Rahuri and JNKV. So our plan is to upscale in the all KVKs now by the Kharif season. So we already started working with these 2 universities now. Then we will take up 2 more universities. And we also had a lot of discussion with the state commissioners of both the state commissioners of agriculture. So they also interested to take up this digital platform. And this has to be now in project mode. We have a lot of good things will happen because it's a project mode. So we have NGO support at the field level. We have given the nice toolkit like tablet PCs, then Pico projectors. Okay, but when you go for the larger scale upscaling, we may not having this kind of facilities. So we have to go with the existing structures which are available in the states. Okay, so as you know, departmental people also there. The other side, the Atma structure is also working for the extension support. So wherever these 2 structures working strong, as a departmental structure or the Atma structure, we can use those structures and implement the digital advisory services in the entire state. Okay, so that is how actually my paper also given to published based on the same concept. Of course, you will be receiving in the form of booklet content. So my idea is to give the platform to the entire state and use the departmental structure, okay, or the Atma structure to take the benefit of the advisory services using the digital platform for effective dissemination of advisory services to the farmers. Okay. So that is our plan, and also developed a concept paper and submitted to Ministry of Agriculture, Government of India to take up this. Of course, now more than 1 year we are with the COVID situation. No response as usual. Okay. So in this project area, to meet this kind of upscaling thing, we also developed master trainers out of our 85 scientists. Around 30 scientists we have developed as a master trainer. So we did 2 programs on the TOT to develop the master trainers. We invited one specialist from Germany to talk on the subject of the subject. Of course, not only digital platform, so other capabilities required for the master trainers on the other side. Okay. Of course, technology is only we can tell, but the other aspects, good consultant we hired to train these people. Now these people also ready with us to take up the upskilling process. So we hope, so if everything permits, that is COVID situation clears or not, but if it clears, we will be with the full speed. If not clear, so we may go little bit slow using only again this digital virtual communication mode. We have to do a lot of work. Okay. So waiting for the some kind of initiation. Now we started now. Today morning also I had discussion with the GIZ people. So we are going to enter again a tripartite MOU with the universities so that manage will provide as usual this digital content, technical support, capacity building, but some kind of needy financial support may also get from the GIZ to establish the some kind of support like hardware support, infrastructure development, etc. Maybe GIZ may support for some extent. So this is in the pipeline. We will be completing end of this month, and maybe by the end of the Kharif we will be going for the all KVKs in JNKV and MPKV. Okay. So this is our future target, and one project when we are implemented at Telangana itself in one of the district with the project called District Pest Management Plan. Here we tried with the existing departmental structure. So we don't have NGOs. So we trained the departmental people from the agriculture and horticulture to use this nice platform. And in Warangal district, total 1.25 lakh farmers are there. Those who grow 3 crops, paddy, cotton, and chili, which occupies more than 90% of the area. So we tried to use this platform and develop the content and disseminate it and train the extension personnel to use the mobile apps. Okay, so we tried for the 4 seasons using the departmental structure also. Okay, this is one type of experimental basis project, of course, to test it out how these platforms will work with full focus. Okay, so I hope this will be helpful to our participants. Thank you very much. Any questions? You can 1 or 2 questions I will take up.
Thank you, Mr. Bhaskar, for nice
Yeah.
presentation. Really, that was wonderful presentation. So, if participants have any query, they can interact. Do you have any query, dear participants?
Please share this PP presentation through WhatsApp.
Yeah, that will be shared. Your PPT of all the presentation will be shared.
Yeah, all presentations also will be available with you, and of course, the entire material I given already to Ja. So maybe he's developing some kind of booklet form and giving to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Or you can contact anyone who would like to interested in this partnership. You can write to me. The same mail ID you can use bhaskar_guji@hotmail.com or gbhaskar@manage.gov.in. Okay. So
So could we break for tomorrow's session? So if there is no query,
Okay,
we are
thank you very
breaking for,
much.
yeah, we are breaking for tomorrow's session, and
Yeah.
the link will be shared you through email and WhatsApp. And it is for humble request to all the participants, because just I was checking the number of participation while we are ending the today's session. That is only around 45. So it is humble request that you communicate this message. Of course, I will be downloading the number of attendees and circulating through WhatsApp. If you have registered for this course, please be serious and communicate this message to all your dear friends. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jasa. Thank you,
Thank you. Thank
everyone.
you. Yeah.